week 4 of the fantasy football season, and here's a few tight ends I have as sleeper options this week. The first guy, Donald Parham, Los Angeles Chargers. So Parham, I did mention him on the waiver wire last week, but he's a touchdown-dependent tight end. But so far this season, he does have 3 touchdowns. Week 1 versus Miami, 3 catches, 22 yards a touch. Week 2 with Tennessee, a catch, 7 yards. And week 3 at the Vikings, 2 catches, 4 yards, 2 touchdowns. Obviously fluky with 2 catches for 2 touchdowns. So he's a big 6'6", 6'7" tight end. Like I said, they use him a lot in the red zone, is his Charger team. But his playing time might go up now, obviously, with Mike Williams out for the season with a torn ACL. Another big target to have in the middle of the field could be Parham. Gerald Everett, I think, is a decent tight end as well that goes out there and makes some plays. But right now, available 90% of fantasy leagues. And like I said, Justin Herbert likes the big man in the red zone and in the end zone. So if you're desperate at tight end, which has been one of the weakest positions once again this year in fantasy football, he's available 90% of fantasy leagues and has a good matchup versus the Vegas Raiders that don't stop anyone and give up the 5th most fantasy points to tight ends on the season. The next tight end is Noah Fant, the Seattle Seahawks, and Noah Fant's still out there in 98% of fantasy leagues. And right now, he's been a player that has been under the radar at the tight end position the last 2 weeks. Week 2 with Detroit, 4 catches, 56 yards. And week 3 versus the Panthers, 4 catches, 41 yards. So right now, defenses, they're rolling coverage to Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, Smith and Jababa, and Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. And this week, it's a good matchup with the New York Giants that they don't really cover the tight end position all that well. We saw George Kittle last week, 7 catches, 90 yards. 2, we saw Zach Ertz have a good ball game. And in week 1, Jake Ferguson had a decent ball game as well. So like I said, this Giant team, they don't cover the tight end position well. Geno Smith and Font, they're starting to get things going. Last season, we saw flashes, but so far this year, 2 pretty decent ball games here for Font. So if you're desperate at the tight end position and need a sleeper option, I think Font could do it versus this weak Giant defense in the linebacker position this week. And the third and final tight end I have as a sleeper is Taysom Hill, the New Orleans Saints. So I know Taysom Hill, he's quarterback, tight end, but not considering him to be a quarterback option with Derek Carr most likely out a week or 2 with the shoulder injury. So Taysom Hill, we know he's going to go in there as a gadget guy. We know he's had goal line touches throughout his NFL career where everyone knows he's going to run and it still can't stop him. And right now, if you want to use him at the tight end position, you obviously can, because he don't even qualify a quarterback in Yahoo leagues right now or even ESPN. So right now, Taysom Hill, first few games of the year, week 1 they didn't use him. Week 2 at Carolina, 8 carries, 75 yards in that one, 8 passing yards, a catch for -1 yards. And then last week at Green Bay, 4 carries, 12 yards, a catch, 9 yards. So they're using him everywhere. It's Taysom Hill. Once again, is this New Orleans Saints team. And this week here, in a division matchup versus the Tampa Bay Bucks, I think they're going to use him as a gadget guy once again. Is this New Orleans Saints team who's going to get some carries in this one, even though I know Alvin Kamara's back and this backfield's starting to settle in, even though Jamal Williams is out a few more weeks. But like I said, I could see Hill being a gadget guy in the offense. I know they're solid at receiver this season with Olave, Michael Thomas, Rashid Shaheed. But anyway, if you're looking for a deep sleeper and a guy with potential upside with Derek Carr most likely out, he's available right now, is Taysom Hill in 86% of fantasy weeks. That's a few tight ends I have as sleeper options for week 4 of the fantasy football season.